What's up, good people of YouTube? It's me, Chavez. I'm back with another MLB player prop video for you. Today is Thursday, March 14th, 1997. As always, I hope today's video finds you all doing well. I know what day it is. It's Friday, August 11th, 2023. Just needed to have a little fun in that intro. As always, I hope this video finds you all doing well and in good spirits. We'll kick things off by recapping our plays from yesterday, and then we'll dive into the Prizepicks board and go over a few plays that I like for today. So if all that sounds good, I encourage you to stick around, drop a like, sub up, and click that notification icon. Go ahead and get notified of all upcoming content and videos from me and the channel. And without further delay, let's get into our plays from yesterday. All right, had a little fun in the intro, just a little bit. Got the date wrong on my video yesterday on the thumbnail, and had somebody leave a comment and was not happy about it. Told me to get my shit together. No one's gonna take me seriously. No one's gonna support this channel if I can't focus and get these things right. So I heard you loud and clear. I fixed the error and we're back on track, but still wanted to have a little fun with you today. So let's talk about our plays from yesterday. Not fun at all. So 1 and 2 on the day. Kremer, Brown go over, 9.5 strikeouts, easy over on that one. And then it got bad. We had Matthew Liberatore under his 3 strikeouts. This dude has a career game, pitched his ass off, shut out the Rays, 2 hits, 0 runs, over 7 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts, or was it 8 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts? Doesn't matter. He went over 3, and I lost consciousness after that. Very good day for him. Not a good day for us. Not a good day for me. That was weird to see him pitch his ass off like that. And then we ended the night with Mookie Betts letting us down, hooking us with 1 total base. We needed 2 from him. Dodgers as a whole did not play well yesterday. Scored 2 runs and did it very late in the game. Not a whole lot of offensive production in that game. So 1 and 2 on the day. Listen, I know that sometimes these plays don't hit, and I'll always be the first to admit them on this video, which is why we recap these plays. But I tell you what, let's balance out some of that negativity with some positivity. If you're gonna leave a comment letting me know how bad the picks were, why don't you leave me a comment letting me know how good the picks were when they hit? Because that happens a lot. That happens a lot on this channel. So balancing out some negativity with some positivity, that's all I ask. So with that being said, let's move over into the Prizepicks board. Let's go over a few plays that I like for today. All right, here we are over on the Prizepicks board. 4 plays pulled up, had 6. 2 of them got removed. 1 of them just got bumped, and I had to switch it out. Same player, different prop. 2 base props that I like for today. Josh Rojas, Stuart Fairchild, both set it at 0.5. I like the over on both of those. Wrote them up, got them out to the Discord, and then they got pulled off the board. Sometimes that's not the worst thing. Sometimes those players aren't going to be in the lineup, and Prizepicks will remove them from their board, so you don't put them in your slip and get a DNP. But sometimes the value is too good, and Prizepicks will take them off the board. So if you like those total base props, you got to get to them super early in the morning when they're fresh on the board. Otherwise, you take the risk of them getting pulled. But nonetheless, we still have 4 plays on this board to talk about. Here they are in order. If you like what you see, if you got what you want, I wish you the best of luck. If you want to stick around and listen to me break these down, then stick around because we're going to break them down. We're going to start at the top with Andrew Abbott, who I originally whose strikeouts I originally wrote up at 5, got bumped up to 5.5. I think you can still play him at 5.5. But for this video, we're going to go with his pitching outs because that also for me is in a good spot to go over. So 17 pitching outs for Andrew Abbott. I like the over. We're heading over to props.cash and we'll break it down. All right, so if you're curious what his strikeout prop looked like, so it was at 5 and then he got bumped up to 5.5. On the road, Abbott was, in a good spot, having gone 5 or more strikeouts in 4 of his last 6 road starts. He is a 1 strikeout per inning guy, so I felt really good about that prop. Pirates, whiffing at a almost top 10 rate, 23.3%, and that they just came off a really good series versus the Braves. Kind of played over their head a little bit, so in my mind, I'm expecting a little bit of regression. Anytime you see a team or a player kind of overachieve, play over their head, you kind of expect to come back down to earth a little bit. It's what I'm expecting in this series versus the Reds. Now, we're going to talk about Abbott's outs here. So currently set at 17. You can see that over his last 6 road games, Abbott has cleared this in 4 of those games. If you want a bigger sample size, we can take a look at what he's done overall over his last 10 games, road and home. He has gone over 17 pitching outs in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's pushed once and gone under twice. Still very strong numbers for Andrew Abbott today. So I guess the good thing about the pitching outs is we don't really need him to strike out a lot of batters today. We need him to suppress runs. We need him to not get hit up, which he can occasionally do, giving up 2 runs, 3 runs. But even at 2, 3 runs, he should still be in the game well over 17 pitching outs, which is basically 5 and 2/3 innings. So we need him to get us six innings pitched today. We're going to go with this one over his strikeouts. But if you still like his strikeouts at 5.5, you think he can get you 6, then you can roll with that one too, or maybe play both of them in different slips. But for this video, we're going to go over 17 pitching outs for Andrew Abbott, and that is play number 1. All right, play number 2, a lengthy one because we're breaking down 2 players. I like the over 4 hits, runs, and RBIs for Corbin Carroll and Fernando Tatis Jr. We're heading over to props.cash so we can break it down. All right, let's start with Corbin Carroll here. Facing Blake Snell, in order for this to hit, we need a total of 5 hits, runs, and RBIs. In order for this to push, we need 2 hits, runs, and RBIs from each player. That gets us 4. So we need one of these guys to get us 3 or more, and I'm thinking home run. So Corbin Carroll has a tougher matchup of the two. Fairly good numbers versus Blake Snell, but just 2 plate appearances, so nothing to get too excited about. 1 double and 2 at bats. On the year versus lefties, this is a lefty-lefty matchup. 277 batting average, only 4 extra base hits and 24 singles. Snell, on the other hand, has done a really good job versus lefties at suppressing average and suppressing power. So I know this doesn't look good on paper. It looks like Snell is just going to dominate, but this game is at home, and players tend to play better at home. We can see Corbin Carroll over his last 10 home games. He's averaging 1.6 hits, runs, and RBIs, but in 3 of those games, he's gotten you 2 or more, and then the rest of the games, you can see what he hasn't done. Now, he's in a good spot to get us a minimum of 2 hits, runs, and RBIs. 4 for me, total 4 hits, runs, and RBIs seems a little low. So that's Corbin Carroll's side of the deal. He needs to get us 2 today versus Blake Snell in order for him to do his part. Let's talk about Fernando Tatis Jr., who has a slightly friendlier matchup versus Ryan Nelson. So 3 plate appearances versus Ryan Nelson. No offensive stats to speak of. On the year versus righties, 251 batting average, 13 homers, 19 doubles and triples, and 43 singles. Now, Ryan Nelson is giving up major batting average, major contact to both sides of the plate, 293 to righties, and is allowing better power, bigger power to righties, 13 homers, 17 doubles and triples, 43 singles. So he's given up power, he's given up contact to everybody basically, and pretty big sample sizes here. Well over 250 plate appearances to each side of the plate. Tatis on the road over his last 10 road starts has done this: 3 games where he's gotten you 2 or more hits, runs, and RBIs, and a total of 5 games where he's gotten you 3 games where he's gotten you 4 or more hits, runs, and RBIs, and 5 games where he's gotten you 2 or more. So again, 2 gets the push from each person, from each player. But if Tatis goes out there and gets us 4 and Carroll gets us 1, then we're over. Something like that. Now, in those 10 games, Tatis does have 1 homer, and he does have a total of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. So doing a good job getting on base. Good matchup versus Ryan Nelson, who allows power and contact to right-handed batters. I like the over on this one. I'm not going to overthink it. I like it. 4 for me seems attainable, maybe even a tad bit too low. Let's go over Corbin Carroll, Fernando Tatis Jr., hits, runs, and RBIs as our second play of the day. All right, last play of the day, Paul Goldschmidt, hitter fantasy score. I would say that out of the 3 that we were talking about in today's video, or 4 that we're talking about in today's video, or 4 that I have on the board, I don't know what I'm trying to say there. This is the one that I have the least confidence in, just because the Cardinals are not playing good baseball this year. But Goldschmidt, however, is in a nice spot. He is playing well this year, just not as good as last year's season, but nonetheless, let's head over to props.cash and we'll quickly break this down. All right, so Goldsmith versus Dylan Coleman today. One plate appearance, no stats. Goldsmith versus righties on the season: 274, 16 homers, 17 doubles, 58 singles, and then Dylan Coleman on the year, giving up high batting averages to both righties and lefties, but not a whole lot of power, not a whole lot else. Less than 100 batters faced this season. So this tells me that he may not even be the starter. He might just be the opener today. He might just pitch a couple innings and then the Royals go to the bullpen. So we could be looking at a platoon of pitchers here. Over his last 10 games though, on the road, Goldsmith has done very good things. He has a hit in 7 out of those 10 games. He has a total of 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 16 total bases. In those games, he has 2 home runs. And in terms of hits, runs, and RBIs, let's count them up here. 4, 7, 8, 15, 18, 22, 23 hits, runs, and RBIs in his last 10 road games. So Goldie's in a good spot. He's on a nice little roll here, hitting safely, getting on base, doing a lot of different things. Hits right-handed pitching well, and facing a pitcher that is allowing high contact, high batting average to right-handed batters. 7.5 to me feels like a good number to attack. For all those reasons stated, we're going over Paul Goldschmidt, 7.5 hitter fantasy score, and that is going to be our third and final play of the day. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for today's video. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you like on the board, as well as your thoughts on these plays. As always, thank you so much for all your support and helping this channel grow and get bigger. Drop a like, drop a sub, click on an ad, help this channel grow, help this channel reach new viewers and get a little bit bigger every single day. Thank you so much. Best of luck to you all should you tail any of these plays. And until tomorrow's MLB player prop video, Chavez is out.